Now, the trio have found materials to make gunpowder to defeat Tsukasa. So, while Senku is actually looking the materials, Taiju and Yusriha are relaxing in the hot springs, and they're actually talking about what they actually remembered before they were before they were transformed into stones. And they actually have remembered everything, and even they're actually been revived. They actually can still remember all the things before the world has moved forward without modern technology. So, Senku has gathered enough materials and ingredients to create gunpowder. So, they actually did a cooking segment of making gunpowder, which they actually need three important ingredients. Number one is sulfur, which they actually pour it into the bowl. Number two, charcoal, which is actually in the form of a bar. And number three is very important, the nitrate. Well, it's actually called the potassium nitrate, which is a special kind of chemical that gets added into the mixture. So with all of the three mixtures are actually combined, they also use a little bit of sugar inside for an extra kick. So they actually need something to ignite it, which Taiju actually wanted to smash it with a giant rock, and Yusrihas actually stopped him, in which they're actually going to tap it a little bit. And with that strong tap that he actually did, the gunpowder actually exploded, which that actually meant they have created gunpowder. As soon as they're actually going to make more of it, Tsukasa actually headed over there to stop them. But just then, Yusriha has saw a smoke signal, which it could be Tsukasa, but it wasn't him. It could be someone else who's actually been doing the smoke signals, at which they have actually thought that they're not the only ones who've been revived. And so we actually seen they're going to make more smoke signals to determine if someone else is still alive. As soon as they actually did, Yusriha and Taiju is creating more wood, and they actually have been collecting wood, but Yusriha has been taken by Tsukasa, and they actually head over to Senku, which there are actually three smoke signals, meaning that people are out there. In which a young girl who actually saw three smoke signals. And as soon as they actually saw it, Tsukasa have carried Yusriha, in which he actually threatened her life, in which he didn't kill her, but he did cut her hair, which is actually linked to her shoulder, in which he needed the recipe for the purification revive liquid that he needs, in which he actually say that the compound of creating that it actually is acid and alcohol. So he actually gonna tell him how to make it, in which we actually seen a reveal of Senku's past, which he told the class that he wanted to go to space. Not actually when he grew up, but immediately. So he actually have created a rocket ship that will actually take him to space. So he actually created inventions, and that is when Taiju came into the picture. When the bullies actually tried to destroy the machine, Taiju actually protected. And so the two of them have actually actually collected parts to make the rocket, and that's when Taiju added Yusriha into the picture. And when the rocket actually have been created, they sent it to space, but they actually thought it failed when it exploded in near orbit. But they saw the dolls that she created reach up to space. And however, we actually seen, Tsukasa, that if he actually was destroyed, he actually had to promise him he had to give up science. In which we actually seen Senku, he can't do that. But he actually told him that if he hits his neck, he actually will be unconscious and then will die. He won't actually suffer that much. And then we saw Taiju actually came, and then we saw him seemingly killing Senku. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen next. Now we saw a young girl who also doing the smoke signals, and actually saw there was someone else who's still alive. And then we saw Tsukasa killing Senku. So hopefully we're gonna see how they're gonna bring him back on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment on what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Until then, this is Admin Guy 300 here saying sign out. Laters!